Hi, everyone, and welcome back to Leslie and Lily, the podcast for business owners as they are learning how to market themselves in the digital sphere. My name is Leslie, owner of Lily Rose DMA. Today, we have a wonderful guest on the show. We are sitting down with director, producer, and industry coach. Oh my goodness, I did say all of those together. Ashley Lauren Elrod. Hey, boo, hey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing great. So I really wanted to have Ashley on the show, one, because I know her, and two, because I have actually seen her journey, through the years, through social media, as well as our families know each other. And
Yes.
my father, 100%, has always been giving me updates. It's like, did you see this? She's doing so well. We're so proud of her. But I really believe that Ashley is going to give a wealth of knowledge to you guys, especially if you are trying to get into the entertainment industry, whether that is through acting, directing, producing, all of the multiple jobs that it could be within the industry. Ashley knows a lot about it. So without further ado, I would like you, Miss Ashley, to tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Yes. Well, hello everyone. Thank you for the introduction, Leslie. That was wonderful. Um, I am Ashley Lauren Elrod. I am the owner and founder of Visionary Woman Productions. It is a production and media company. I specialize in all things entertainment when it comes to casting, production design, art direction, creative direction, producing, directing for commercial,
Mm.
film, and primarily editorial right now, but I've also done TV and been in the TV space as well. And for the past 13 years, I have been on this beautiful, expanding journey of so many changes, so many pivots, but all that have led me to acquire these skills and acquire them well to be able to now fully put them together and go into this next phase of the company and of my life as a full-fledged production and media company that can offer these services underneath one umbrella to better serve the industry and create powerful and inspiring content. So,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. You see why she's on the show, you guys? You see? Right there, all of that. I mean, I think what I obviously, I don't know how much of my audience knows this, but my original plan in life was to be like singer, actress, all of those things.
Yes.
And I have been able to do that. I still do certain things on the side besides having this business. But when it comes to the entertainment industry, it can be really scary. People aren't quite
Yeah.
sure who are you supposed to trust, especially when you see all these things out on the news. There
Yes.
definitely are scammers out there. And so a lot
Yes.
of people have really big dreams and they
Yeah.
want to actually make it and they don't know where to go or what to do. But you also have gone through the route of, I'm just going to create it myself. Like, I'm just going
Yeah.
to, like, that is a route as well. I don't actually have to say I'm going to go with an agency. I can be my own agency. So, how did that
Yes.
come about?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna try to keep it as condensed as possible here because the journey, like I said, has been so expansive. Like I feel like I've been in it a lot longer than I have because I feel like it's been filled with so much and so many wonderful connections and pivots, like I said in the beginning. But I always definitely was a multifaceted person. Definitely, even when I started my journey at Columbia College, where I went
Mhm,
for school, my goal was to I wanted to learn all about the entertainment industry. I wanted to
mhm,
learn everything I could from fashion to makeup to hair, styling, set design, lighting, everything. I wanted to be able to learn all of that while also being able to get a major in acting, in which I did. So I ended up double majoring in technical theater and acting, which was highly beneficial because then I literally got to learn the whole entire
Mm,
scope of everything from behind the scenes to in front of the camera. I also was interning at one of the biggest talent agencies in Chicago, Lily's Talent Agency. So being able to already be having that real life experience as well, being entrusted to scout for talent and run open calls, that really just like put me into gear to be able to be the full-fledged, honestly, entrepreneur that I wanted to be from the beginning, which was really, really awesome. And that's just like even a side thing off of me jumping on set as an extra, getting
mhm,
promoted to a stand-in, you know, and being able to learn that way as well, getting that real life experience. So from that point, honestly, that's when I started networking, making really genuine, beautiful connections with people in the industry who I was able to trust, who honestly played a huge pivotal role on my journey with my own company
mm,
throughout throughout all of these years. So even if it wasn't a something that was utilized right away, even if it was 6 years later, which one of the connections came back around and was like, "Hey, I want you to help me cast something," and that's how I got into casting and making my own thing with that. You know, it's like no matter how long it took, I was always remembered, and I was always able to utilize those wonderful working relationships to be able to get to where I am now. So, from a young age, though, I just was like, I want to learn as much as I can and I want to own my own thing. That was
mhm.
definitely something I said I wanted to do right away. I didn't want to work for people. I knew I was probably going to eventually have to work at a couple companies or here or there, you know, pay my dues, of
Yeah.
course, upon graduation, but I didn't want to do that too long, you
Right?
know? And I wanted to be able to do my thing. And, you know, I started Visionary Woman when I was a senior in college. And that really was a blessing because I was able to live off of that full time for quite a while in between having to then go get a like part-time job or something. Now I'm
Mm.
blessed to be doing it full time in New York, but I wanted to be able to create that for myself and be able to allow myself that flexibility to also act. So yeah,
Girl, you said so much. Okay, you
I
said so
know.
much. No, no, and not in a bad way. I think what I find inspiring is the fact that you had the forethought to
Mhm.
major not just in acting itself, but also like the business and things that
Yes.
go on behind the scenes. Not
Yeah.
only did you do that, but you also interned places. And so I remember in my junior year of college was when I started understanding, like it was like a
Mhm.
flickering light, not quite a full light bulb moment, but it was, oh, people get jobs because they know people, so
Yeah.
it's like, it doesn't really matter necessarily, like all of the casting or like, I gotta go to this casting, I gotta do this, because you always have
Right.
people that if you work with them, if you have a good impression, then they'll remember you, as you said. And you
Right.
said some people, it was, 6 years, and they came
Yeah.
back and they were like, hey, Ashley, you want to do this, or you want to
Yeah.
be here? And you also set yourself up so that you could live out your dream. You can continue to
Mhm.
act while
Yes.
you have a company. And that
Mhm.
is one of the reasons why I also created my business, Lily Rose DMA, is because I wanted that freedom as well, to be able to say,
Yes.
hey, I have some steady income coming in over here. And now I can go and I can continue to pursue, the acting and the singing
Yeah.
and the things as well. But something that you said that I want to just touch on a little bit further is networking.
Yes.
So, if somebody is trying to get into the entertainment industry, what is some advice for networking? How could they go about
Mhm.
it in a way that is professional and not coming across as, like desperate, please, please, please?
Yes.
You know?
Yes, don't do
How could
that.
people network well?
Yes, it's funny, I just, like, literally wrote a post about networking yesterday and posted it online, and, the biggest piece of advice I can give is just be genuine. Be
Mhm.
genuine, be yourself. how people ended up just gravitating towards me and how they ended up giving me the opportunities that I was given or helping me along to get those opportunities was because I, showed up on set, like when I was an extra, for instance. I wasn't being like I was a diva, like some people
Mm.
would be, because there's always that one
Yes,
extra. There's always that one extra who's like, I'm on set, and it's like, you're an extra, please, like, stop.
girl, I have so many stories to tell. Yes.
Yes. You always have that one who was like, "Yeah, I was in that one scene with that actor." I'm like, "Oh my goodness." And so I came there. I didn't make waves. I did my job. I was, very attentive, and I, always made sure, my clothes were on point, and, just bringing a good vibe, like talking to people, getting to know their story, who they are, whether that was talking to the crew or the extras casting director that happened to be on set that day, who actually 6 years later ended up having me assist them on casting for a show. It's like I showed up, I was myself, and people, just like you when you're yourself, and you're
Mhm.
just like chill. So I was that, and that honestly was is what helps me every single day in my line of work. And because people can spot, when you're being real, and
Mhm.
when you truly just are like, hey, let's try to help each other. Like, what are you doing right now? How are you? What do you think that you need help, with in your life right now? And going from it at that angle where it's like you're just trying to build genuine working relationships with people that also may become friendships down the line. And also too, like when you go to networking events, for instance, don't even think about asking someone like, well, what do you do? I think that's just like a huge turn off when it comes to networking events and going to Q and A's and such. Always, always, always just go in not expecting anything. Just go in saying, hey, I want to meet some really cool people that can hopefully be collaborators in the
Mm.
future. And understanding that you also need to be able to give something, it's a two-way street. So you can't just be going into situations expecting to receive. Like you need to go into the situation expecting to be the giver. And I think when you do go into situations like that, it attracts people to you just very naturally, where they're like, hey, like you intrigue me. Like I want to get to know you more. Like let's set up coffee, or, let's definitely keep in touch. Let's link up in the future and see what happens. Just becomes a natural thing.
Oh yeah, and I mean, so much of networking actually reminds me of dating, and
Yes.
it's that same thing of when you're really dating, you go in and you have a mindset of, hey, just as you said, I'm just trying to meet somebody, like hopefully it
Mhm.
works out, hopefully it's cool.
Yeah.
And I have found as well, like in the industry, that in any industry, not just the entertainment
Yeah.
industry, you definitely have people who feel like they're the divas no matter where they are. It's just, it's just like I played Hamlet at Cambridge, and you're just like, okay, but you're right here right now.
Yes.
Like you're an extra like me.
Yes.
But if you actually go in with the thought of I want to talk to, 3 to 5 people, and I want
Mhm.
to get to know them. And I want to also go in with the mindset of maybe I can help them as well. So it's
Yeah.
like maybe that this person and their project isn't for me, but I know somebody else that they would be perfect
Yeah.
for. And I'm willing to say, hey, I know somebody that is looking for this. Do you mind if I put you in contact with them?
Mhm.
Anything like that. Those are genuine connections and not
Yes.
just the whole, like, I need a job right now. Like, I heard this
Yes.
is the way to do it. And that's natural. That makes sense, especially if
Right.
you've been having some lean months. But
Yes.
what I have learned more and more, and everybody, and I do mean every single guest that I have had on my show this season, has said that the main thing that is helping them in their business and growing is networking. And
Yeah.
so I just want to reiterate that to the audience because, yes, social media is great. It's great to have a
Mhm.
presence online. It's great to have your website. It's great to have a portfolio. But when you are working in any industry, you're working with people, and you
Yeah.
have to learn how to talk to people, and you have to learn
Mhm.
what it means, to be in your industry and to be able to share your knowledge. So
Yes.
being able to do that is really great. So with your company, Visionary Woman Productions, you said that you started this in college. I mean, honestly, like, I was just trying to survive, so kudos to you. I was just, out of my parents' house and, like, enjoying my freedom,
Yes.
and I went to a different country, but that's a whole separate topic. But with you, with Visionary Woman Productions, what exactly, are you doing now with your production
Mhm.
company?
Yes. Well, everything at this point. Literally, I have done everything through Visionary Woman Productions from photography, videography, editing, like I said, casting, producing, and production design and directing for film,
Mm,
commercial, and editorial primarily over the past few years. And that's what I'm doing now. Everything has really started to come together in regards to creating various forms of content for the world to see. And also, too, it's been helpful as well being a part of the big social media content craze because many big brands and companies are hiring for those positions and companies who can provide that content and
mhm,
provide it at a good scale or have a network of people who can do so, whether it be actors, who can be also content creators, or you're creating the content yourself from the scripts to editing and directing the 30, 60-second piece for TikTok or Instagram. So that's been a whole new lucrative side of the business. But yes, Visionary Woman does all and has a lot of great projects on the horizon in regards to feature films and my first short that I'm writing to produce in the next year, along
wow.
with a feature film coming out this upcoming year that we already shot last summer. So lots of wonderful things on the horizon and big plans for the future.
I mean, it sounds like it. I want you guys to know I know her. Just throwing it out there, like, "Oh my god, hi." Like, "Can I have a picture? She's amazing." So if somebody is trying to, besides networking, if someone
Mhm.
would be trying to get into, directing and producing, or just in the industry as well, what advice would you give someone just starting out?
Yes. Well, first off, it's not a one-way street. It's like I think everyone sometimes tries to look for a special formula, or you have all
Yeah,
these, classes and coaches and stuff out here now who are saying, if you take my course, you can da 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 in
yeah.
30 days. I say, first off, understand that your journey is your journey and it's
Mhm.
individual to you. Like hearing my interview thus far, you probably realize that it has not been a one, stop shop for
Right.
me in regards to my experience, and I've just given you the Cliff Notes version.
Mhm.
So I would say, if you are interested in getting into producing or directing, writing, or anything of that nature, find out what works for you and maybe going to back to school. You may be a studious person who's like, I want to get a degree in this. I feel like it would be beneficial for me to take a program to really learn about directing, writing,
Mhm.
producing, and being able to do it that way, which plenty of people do, which is awesome. And not even just going back to like a college per se, but now they have like crazy awesome programs with different people. Even now major productions are starting to offer fellowships and cohorts,
Mhm.
where up and coming or aspiring producers, writers, directors can apply for the program, which is paid. They get paid for their time to be a part of it if they're accepted, to be able to also do it that way. So that's another route that one could go, which would be amazing if they, received it, because it's just, you're getting paid to be able to learn, which is
Yeah.
a plus. And there's also just, the scrappy way of just like, hey, like networking with
Hmm.
other producers, directors, people who are already doing it, and saying, hey, I would love to come shadow you. If that's possible, maybe be a PA, or, just assist in any type of way. I would just love to be on set, be around, to see how things are done.
Hmm.
And, just that way too, shadowing other people who you trust and who are already doing it, I think is a huge, beautiful plus, in a way that you can, get paid a little bit for your time, but also just be able to get, the flow of how things work, in regards to whatever you're trying to pursue. So there's several different ways that you can go about it. There's no one way to do it, but
Hmm.
I would say those are a few options that I'm putting out there that, could be beneficial.
No, that makes perfect sense. And
Mhm.
when it comes to someone who is looking to market a business that is similar to yours, or also anybody that is, let's say, an actor, musician, photographer, if they're trying to learn how to market themselves, um, what advice would you give them as well?
Yes. Definitely know your brand, know
Mhm.
what you want to say, know, who you want to be as an artist, as, a philanthropist, as an entrepreneur. It's really important to know what you're trying to say to the world, and,
Mhm.
why they should listen. It's such a oversaturated market nowadays, and there's so many people saying so many things, and half of them are just saying BS. Like half of them are
Very
literally
true.
not. Yes, like they're not even experts in the field. They are just like literally creating this whole marketable plan that they put on Instagram, put on TikTok, and they try to sell, 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 something that they just created, but they aren't even utilizing, or
Mhm.
haven't even, been successful in that area for their life. So it's like you got to be careful for sure in regards to that, but definitely know who you are, be true to that, and find what you want to say. And, it doesn't have to be picture perfect. I don't
No.
think you have to have picture perfect photos and color schemes and, videos and all the reels and stuff. I think, honestly, and how I started was just literally posting every day natural, genuine content of my life and what
Mhm.
was going on in my life. What back when that was an Instagram thing and people didn't know how to use it just quite yet. um, I started just posting everything, and it's so funny. If I would have known back then that that would have blown up to be what it is now as
Mhm.
an influencer or whatever,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I would be set right now, girl. Like, I would be set,
You're
Leslie, because I
yes.
was already doing it. I was already doing it 10 years ago when they first launched Instagram. I was like posting my everyday life. If I was, I sometimes I would break down on lives because my life was like going like crazy and I didn't know what was going on. And people started like resonating with that.
Yeah.
They were like, dang, like, man, I feel you. Like, I just created this community that has still been tight knit till this day. So many people on my Instagram, I literally have been in contact with for over 10 years just on
Oh,
social media, because they've just been active followers on my journey and have grown with me. And I know
mhm.
about them and a little bit about their journey and their families and what they've been going through and their
Yeah.
struggles. So it's like, be the person that wants to fill the need, and you will go far. And that's how people are attracted to you and how people want to work with you, because when they see you want to fulfill something and genuinely do so, it really just allows everything to flow, rather than you feeling like you have to sell, 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 or promote yourself or be something that you're not, because people are really just looking and craving genuine people who really just want to help and be real in this world. So, yeah.
Oh, I second that completely. I feel like when you are starting a business, you have all of this noise that you're competing with. And so you
Yes.
have the noise inside you that might be saying that you can't do it. You have the noise from whatever's going on in your personal life. Who knows?
Yeah.
You might be starting this business while you also are, in a 9 to 5. So there's so many things that
Yeah.
you have to do. And then you're also competing on social media and on platforms that are
Yes.
saturated. But what I always tell people is when you know yourself, then you
Yeah.
also know what works best for you. Some people are more extroverted and, like
Mhm.
they're out there, they're doing a lot of stuff. Other
Yeah.
people are more introverted and they can find ways through video and through email marketing and different
Yeah.
things so that they don't always have to be on. It's
Yeah.
just like I feel like a lot of people, like we said, earlier, like if you had known that, if you just posted about your life, like, it's like, "I'm a lifestyle brand," it's like, I'm just
Right.
going there. I would have done it, and I would have too, but that didn't fit my personality. I
Yeah.
personally was like, I don't really think anyone cares about my coffee. Like, I don't really think anyone cares about every step of the way. And to me,
Yeah.
that felt way too exposed. It's just like,
Yeah.
I like a little mystery. I'm like, I don't need you to know everything. Even now, a lot
Yeah.
of pictures that I post online, they aren't, I'm like, oh, I took this like 2 weeks ago, so it's just one of those things. And that's okay because you
Yes.
find ways that can work for your business.
Yeah.
Something that I've been talking to a lot of people about lately is email marketing and,
Mhm.
creating
Yes.
an email list as well. And what that
Yes.
allows you to do is it allows you to be behind the scenes. You can give people updates on what's going on in your business. You
Yeah.
can be able to sell to them if you have a product or service, but also you have people that want to hear from you. So it's the same
Yeah.
thing as having your followers. It's the same thing as people
Yeah.
interested in your content, but it's just another way for people who maybe are a little more introverted or who honestly just don't have the time to be
Yeah.
and do all these other things, or they don't have the resources yet to hire somebody else to do it for them. That's also
Yeah.
a great way to market yourself as well.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So true. Yes.
Well,
Absolutely.
Ashley, I am so excited that you were able to come on the show today. You're
Me
definitely a wealth of
too.
knowledge. And
Oh, God.
if anybody would like to work with you, how can they contact you?
They can contact me. Definitely, you can hit me up on Instagram. Ashley Lauren Official is my handle, and then it'll take you to my company page, Visionary Woman Productions, as well. I have my link in bio, which will give you all of the beautiful options of one-on-one coaching with me, which I do industry and acting coaching. So you can
Awesome.
just click on that tab by clicking the link in my bio, and it will take you directly to that booking page to speak with me, set up a consultation, and see where we land. And yeah, that is the best way to get in touch with me. Or feel free, I also check my DMs. They do get a little flooded. So if you're looking for an immediate, almost immediate response to work with me, I highly suggest clicking the link in the bio, clicking the one
Mm.
on one tab, and meeting with me in that capacity.
Yes, yes. And we will have all of her information in the show notes for you guys as well. Once again, Ashley, thank you for coming on the show today.
Thank you.
And you guys make sure you tune in next week as we will have more marketing advice, more entrepreneurs coming on the show. And don't forget to sign up for my newsletter as I will give weekly marketing tips. You also get to see who is on the show, some more behind scene things. And if you are looking to market yourself, I do have my program, Your First 30 Days. That is the start of your journey. It is not the end all be all. We are always growing, always learning. but it helps you understand how to market yourself in this busy online world. It helps you know who your customers are, where they're hiding, and how to get them to stop scrolling and actually read your posts. Like those are good things that we have to do. If you guys
Yeah.
are signed up for my newsletter, currently I'm doing a special where you get half off the program, but that is closing soon. So hurry up, sign up, and I will see you guys next week. Hugs and kisses, all good wishes. Bye.
Bye.